Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady here. Just moved the microphone. This time I wanted to do a little video on the Greater Crater, and in particular, I probably should have done it. Oh, maybe even picked the wrong bike. Bad start. Bad start. The tutorial, actually we'll do it on this anyway. The tutorial I want to do tonight is on the challenge on the Greater Crater called 1, 2, 3. I'll just show you what this is now. Stand on your back wheel at each of the 3 red lights to turn them green. I've got a few comments around this actually, and I haven't raced this track for a while. I got some few comments on this. I think some people actually think that perhaps the challenge is actually glitched or something, because I feel like they've sat on their rear wheel for an eternity and it hasn't worked. Others are just not sure or looking for some pointers, I guess, on just doing that sort of, I guess you'd refer to as a wheel stand as opposed to a wheelie or anything else. Rubbish. I don't need 0 fault, so that's fine. Oh, horrible. Anyway, so here we are. It's not glitched. These are the 3 red circles you're talking about. Hit the checkpoint just so you're back at the same spot. The good thing is, you don't need to 0 fault. You don't need to do anything particularly fancy on this track. You just need to do a wheel stand on here. It's a difficult technique to learn, and it will just require some practice. Actually, the reason why I said I may have picked the wrong bike is because the Pit Viper here is a little bit twitchier than something, say, the Roach, which is a little bit heavier, a little bit slower. It may still be better, to be honest. Whatever you're comfortable with. The main thing you want to think about is that you want to kind of look at yourself as a sort of a V with your body. So if you imagine the rear wheel's the pivot, think of your body as being the left-hand part of the V and the bike as being the right, and you largely want to just balance them. Once you've got those two centered, I wouldn't really move your body weight too much. And I'm doing it here because I'm trying to get myself centered, but effectively all you want to do is just get yourself over that wheel, centered over this wheel. Do what you got to do, but then just use the triggers to push the wheel front and back to keep you in the center. The problem is, this is one of the issues I have, bouncing back and forth between Xbox One and PS4 means that I'm constantly having to readjust to different trigger sensitivities, and I am noticing it causing me some issues as it is here. I did this one on the Xbox a lot easier, and that's not to fanboy out or anything, but for anyone who is bouncing between the two, you'll know what I mean. It's just different. The triggers feel very different. There we go. So that's the first one, and all that was just using the brake and the accelerator to balance myself without moving the body weight. The second you move your body weight, you're just going to have a whole heap of trouble. Oh, I did that bad. Yeah, you're gonna have a whole heap of trouble just because once your body starts moving, your center of gravity's off. Once the center of gravity's off, balancing will be near impossible. So you really just need to focus. Hit the checkpoint, as I said. Get yourself centered, and then just focus on going backward and forwards. Got lucky there. And sorry, I just got distracted by a Xbox One smart glass on Windows 8 message over the top of my PS4 screen that threw me off. How is an Xbox message still getting through, man? Those guys don't let you get away, do they? Ah, rubbish. Yeah, much more gentle. There we go. Much more gentle. There we go. So that was my little tutorial on that. I might actually, look, I'm just going to get out of this. I think those challenges save even if you exit the track. Don't care if they don't really. I might just jump in. Well, I've got that's only taken me, that's 4 minutes. Come on. We got time. There's one other place where this gets used, and that's in Inferno 4. This is, look, it's the exact same technique. It's actually probably not a bad idea that you do practice with the Pit Viper, because you're going to want to do the same technique on Inferno 4. And I suspect you're going to use the Pit Viper for that. So, yeah, I'd probably just say use the Pit Viper, get used to it. You may have to. It's like my worst attempt at this jump, but if it works, it works. I have no idea how that worked, by the way. And then I did. This may take me a moment. I haven't done this for a little while now. may be a bad idea to have included the Inferno tutorial in this as well, the Inferno challenge tutorial in this as well, but hey, what type of professor would I be if I couldn't teach my students or something? Hey, interestingly, I haven't heard anyone talk about this yet. There's a shortcut there. I've got video of myself doing it. I haven't done it on my best run, and it took me about 200 faults to get to, so I don't think it's the type of shortcut that many people are going to want to do, but there's a cool shortcut that section of the track. So I just freaked out for a second thinking I overshot the mark. I think the part I want to show you is coming up very shortly. It's actually good. I've got a bunch of feedback. See, this is the just not being used to the PS4. A bunch of feedback actually from a number of people saying that the Inferno tutorials that I've done's helped. So yeah, thank you guys. Anyway, this is what I want to show you. The challenge here is disrespecting the teacher. Hold a wheelie for at least 10 seconds on the tutorial billboard. And this is the part we were talking about. This is the tutorial billboard. It's the exact same technique, so if you got better, I actually find this easier because you've got a lot more room to move. It's a longer duration, I believe. And that's the problem. You've got to hold it for a lot longer, but this is the exact same place. So, and this is why I'm using the PS4, because I haven't got either of these challenges on the 4. And it's just a bit of persistence, a bit of patience. Oh, come on, how long was that? Missed it. This is just another way that Inferno gets under your skin. Inferno's a jerk. Which I love. Anytime I get a message from people raging on Inferno 4, like I'm on Twitter all the time. Anytime I get a message from people on Twitter raging about Inferno, I'm constantly retweeting them because I just love them. It's just been such a core part of the Trials experience, is when you get to those moments where you just hate life and that Inferno just ruins you. There we go. Now I'm just showing off. Disrespecting the teacher, I'll show you. Thought I'd go for longer. Anyway, that was my, I guess we'll call that a wheel stand. Hey, this Boophead character. I don't think I've actually spoken to you, but maybe you go by a different name. But damn, your time's a good dude. Sorry, just a little shout out, I guess. Anyway, that's it from me. Hopefully that's helped you a little bit. I suspect watching me has helped more than what I said for those tutorials, because it's tough. It is just as simple. I will say, what I ended up finding myself doing there was leaning back with the left thumbstick to sort of balance myself, and then whenever I found myself going too far in one particular direction, just using the accelerator. Yeah, it's really hit and miss, and it just has to be down to what your personal preference is and what you find easier. You want to see me finish, don't you? Yeah, finish! Finish! There we go. Oh! I didn't think. Sorry, I should realize I don't think I'd actually finished Inferno on PS4 before. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. You know, subscribe if you can, if you aren't already. Actually, really been working towards getting 1,000 subscribers, and I'm only about 45 or so off that. So yeah, thank you everybody for the support. I'll keep the content coming. You guys keep watching. Thanks.